skip right into this. We have the Death card here, the Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and then the Star. The numbers I'm getting right off from those are 1, 4, 5, 13, 40, 1341, 1431, 17, 8, and 15. I know I was all over the place, but so right off, I'm getting energy of someone needing rest, foundation, order, needing to manifest, to seek solitude or strategic retreat. There are energies surrounding that had assumptions that someone lacked drive or direction, passion for their life or goals maybe. I'm getting that there was, whatever this matter was, there was no love, no personal investment or heart in the situation, or there were energies that love watching what was perceived to be someone's struggle. Now, don't let others fool you, or do not be fooled yourself. Whatever the situation was or whatever's about to happen is quite significant, major, and it's going to have lasting impact on all parties involved, no matter how small their role to play in it may be. There are people who lack control or proper leadership, like the blind leading the blind, or too many CEOs and no staff to actually make the plan come to life or make the business run effectively. With the Death card, it tells me that someone put an end to something or accelerated an ending to close an old chapter so that they could begin anew. Another avenue is that they experienced some type of loss or death to an old version of themselves, causing a rebirth of sorts, a transformation. And that is also confirmed by the Four of Swords. Someone was placed under a great deal of pressure or anxiety and chose to exercise their right to rest and recover, to replenish their mental and physical reserves. Whoever this person was, they were in serious need of peace, and it looks like Spirit created a space for them to have exactly that. It seems that people wanted this energy to operate from a space of mental overload. Was even hoping they could make you ill or sick or appear as off or crazy. Well, whatever this, if it resonates for you, I'm just going to say you for the sake of the story. But while your strategic retreat was being celebrated as your defeat, you may have been just focused on your growth as a person, healing personal wounds, taking time to understand your needs better. Some of you were just focused on your bag and ways to solidify your foundation. And this was all without an audience, in silence, within this state of rest and restoration. Like, this wasn't something that you were sharing or advocating to the world. This was something that you were building. You were building these crucial silent wins, brick by brick, layer by layer each day. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles, which is positive in readings, it reaffirms the abundance being extended to you from Spirit for, it looks like, persevering and remaining resilient through challenges, through adversity even. Something that may have felt like it took forever, like a long time coming. Spirit was just waiting for all the pieces to get into place to set off this domino effect. And whatever was done in this resting state is about to provide someone with significant financial stability. I'm not sure, it may not be rich, but let's just say your needs will be met and then some. And this is the result of being some type of adaptable, balancing life, learning, and creativity, maybe even saving aggressively. And it's giving the energy of living modest for a year or two to live the life you dreamed of for quite literally the rest of your days. So, moving along, the Five of Pentacles, this gives energy outside looking in, and the outside looking in energy to the outside looking in, you appear to be abandoned or neglected and rejected. But in fact, this is in truth, your protection. Spirit does not wish for you to follow the herd. The plan designed for your soul mission is far greater. And it starts with this ending or forced transformation. So, incoming biblical reference. So it's also said that even Jesus was not well received by the people of his hometown. They just couldn't essentially wrap their minds around the concept of his claim. And he was easily dismissed as crazy and everything else. And if you think about it, and again, if you subscribe to that, but I take information from all religions. The Creator does not belong to one religion to me. So again, with reference to the biblical story of Jesus, if you think about it, he left his town. He went on, these journeys where all these things came into play, and he essentially came back home as this enlightened, renewed person. And, the town, the people that, seen him as he grew up could only wrap their minds around this person. They couldn't see the journey. They weren't there with him. They weren't the prophets or, the people who actually seen the work that he did to believe or whatever. So take that as it resonates. But it feels very much like that. There was an acceptance of sorts that others were not in a mindset to embrace the changes that were to come, or the changes that you were making. Someone just had to move forward and let them see the full picture, at which point it might, be way too late for them to even catch the wave. This could have taken years to come into play, ultimately building up to the star. Now, the star, through patience and inner strength, someone reanimated their reality into one that's garnering a lot of attention. Whether it's in the 3D or the ethers, the work someone's been putting in is starting to show. This could even be internal or shadow work. You're beginning to give off some kind of glow that basically whatever that well was that went dry, pouring into others, is about to be completely full within you. It's giving you no longer chase, you attract. Giving the love back to yourself and the universe. And it's making you quite irresistible, magnetizing even. You're being gifted renewal after holding on to hope for a better future. Based on this, you'll find out soon that it's going to be a much better outcome than you could have imagined. I'm seeing contracts for new projects, movies even, artists getting viral exposure after finally releasing their work, whatever that may be. Someone's being propelled to new heights. When they thought they left you in pieces, they actually left you to find your peace. And you dusted the past and the pain right off, which has led to your abundance, your blessings. You didn't meet fire with fire. You turned water and flowed right around the destruction. And so there may be energies trying to lurk on your socials, but that is about the extent of it. All they can do is watch. All they can do is watch and be salty. And I think that is it's just so you're aware. Just so that you're in the know that your hating fan club still exists in some capacity out there, hoping and wishing for you to fall or stumble. But that is no longer the timeline that you exist nor operate in. So stay the course. They can't touch you. You're truly protected, and it appears that luck is on your side. Maybe you will be wealthy in some manner I just turned this around, so this is at the bottom of the deck here. Money's going to be coming to you from all kinds of different resources. There's an urge here to use those resources wisely. You must have done something so much, or have something monumental to offer for the divine to put all this in place. That's all I'm saying. You're going to have the ability to give in a major way back to the community. By the end of this transformation, support and charity are going to be your thing, like a philanthropist. And that's huge. Who am I rooting for? Because you're a big deal. You might not even know. Do you know? Your story's about to get interesting. That's all I'm saying. Again, it seems all you've experienced up to this point is like a very rich backstory. It's similar to Bruce Wayne's Batman, or I'm just going to say it, Harry Potter. The emotion behind those story concepts are very real. And you'll like the inheritance even more because Harry Potter was set up very well by his family, and as well as Bruce Wayne, considering that they lost their family and had very tragic stories. Again, it's a setup for a very, very, very major, big player, a key player. And either way, what's coming in is the biggest of well-earned gifts. And all those people that wanted to stop it can't do anything but fume at their failure. There may come a point where you'll be offered opportunities to celebrate and collaborate with like-minded people. This is going to require you to be open to new experiences outside of your comfort zone, but something tells me that when the time arises, you'll be more than ready to accept the challenge. Reaffirming the possibility of fame or popularity in some form or fashion with the Star card. So all that was lost to you or taken from you will be returned with interest. Spirit is siphoning some of this from those who were so determined to stop your shine. Along with the fear of their own surprises, you're truly in for a treat. And just know that it's a struggle to navigate such turbulent matters and come out still having so much love to give and hope. To have all those things still intact. You achieved that. You did that. And now you're being rewarded. A table is being prepared in your honor. And so, before I get too far off, I wanted to, some of the signs based on the cards I'm getting here. So, Death is Scorpio. For the Four of Swords, it's talking about Jupiter in the house of Libra, Jupiter in Libra. And it's talking about a person with a deep appreciation for beauty, justice, and balance. This person often thrives in partnerships and collaborative environments. So you could be someone who is diplomatic, charming, an individual with an affinity for arts and the aesthetics. So I mentioned earlier about someone releasing art that could play some type of major part here. For the Ace of Pentacles, that is Mercury in the house of Mercury and Taurus, and that speaks to people who are known for being reliable, patient, and focused. But on the flip side, they can be stubborn, slow to adapt, and resist quick changes. But this placement lends itself to learning through experience and deep appreciation for the physical world. So this individual may also have an affinity for the arts, crafts, and working with nature. Good at hands-on learning approaches, things of that nature. With the Five of Pentacles, oh no, I'm sorry, the Five of Pentacles is actually Mercury and Taurus. I received under energy deck here when I mentioned celebrating here, the Three of Cups. That is Mercury and Cancer, excuse me, and this speaks of influences over a person's communication style, cognitive abilities, and overall outlook on life. This person has a high EQ, like an emotional quotient, and they are intuitively great communicators. This person can often have strong sense of basically what others can be feeling without even being explicitly told. This person may enjoy collecting things like postcards or seashells or anything that makes good memorabilia, if that resonates. And so the concerns here with that is someone could be indecisive, clingy to loved ones, which is kind of shaping itself out in this new transformation period. But just be aware, because it's due to the heightened emotional perception that you possess or may possess. And this just could lead to a level of defensiveness and overreaction. So this new period is going to be a very big one. And Spirit just wants you to be on your P's and Q's. Also, possible timelines based on the Ace and Five of Pentacles, where things could pop off or could have popped off. So up to a year ago could be significant confirmation, or things may pop off in the next year, coming to completion within the next 6 years or so. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't know, some type of emergency alert. That could be confirmation of the timeline. So possible timelines based on the Ace of Five of Pentacles again. Could be a year ago where things happened, or it could be a year from now. Coming into completion within the next 6 years. So how long does it take to solidify an empire? Because you're definitely about to be moving and shaking things up in a way that no one could have imagined. And just remember, dear ones, you heard it here first. And so that is the message I have for you guys. I truly hope this message resonated or was helpful in any way. Blessed be.